How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a battle versus Jay from the room 2022-2021. Let me know who you think is going to win based on the teams you see on screen right now. And please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. With that being said, let's jump into the game. And the battle begins, so we're in the watery cave underground. They're going to lead off with Magcargo as I led off with Roserade. Now, my Roserade is focus sashed, and I just know this Magcargo wants to set up a Shell Smash straight away. You can already tell it's either going to go for Shell Smash or it's going to go for Stealth Rocks. Probably Shell Smash. So let's go for a Leaf Storm and get some damage off on it real quick. They are going to withdraw the Magcargo. Good choice. Metagross is probably the best switch here. They actually go into the Espeon, expecting Spikes or Sleep Powder, obviously. And that's just not going to work for them because they're going for a Leaf Storm, and that's going to do some serious damage to the Espeon. Not enough to take it out, unfortunately, but it was some serious damage nonetheless. Now, I don't want to stay in against this thing. Definitely not. So I'm going to go into my Bastiodon. Bastiodon can basically wall Espeon at this point. There's nothing Espeon gets that it can actually use to touch Castusha over here. So they actually go for the Reflect, which makes sense. So Reflect is fine. We can just go ahead, Heavy Slam or Stone Edge. I think Heavy Slam is the better one. I think with a Bastiodon against an Espeon, it'd be 120 base power. So I'm going to go for a Heavy Slam and just get some damage off on this Espeon real quick. They do withdraw their Espeon. What are they going to go into though? Probably the Metagross, right? My Cargo comes in. That's fine. My Cargo is obviously going to not be bothered about this Heavy Slam at all because of that, and it also gets the Flame Body burn, which is really unfortunate. So Flame Body is unfortunate there, but what can you do? As this thing's definitely going to set up on me, isn't it? It's definitely going to set up on me. Kind of want to go for a Taunt, but I feel like my Cargo outspeeds us, so it's like, is there any point? So I'm going to go for a Stealth Rocks, just expecting the Yawn, but it failed. They thought we were going to switch. They thought that we were going to switch there. I mean, it makes sense to switch because they could have Earth Power, but Bastiodon, I'm very confident that this Magcargo is going to go for a Shell Smash, but I guess in this instance it's not. In which case, let's go into our Dusknoir. Dusknoir is a specially defensive Pokemon, I believe. I'll just have to double check that in a second. But I'm pretty sure we're specially defensive Dusknoir, and I'm pretty sure we can wall this thing. So we're going to Frisk it and find it's got a Citrus Berry, which is interesting. As they go for a Flamethrower, that's going to obviously be eaten up by Dusknoir because Dusknoir is just fat. He's absolutely fat. Very fat indeed. We're going to swing Leftovers Recovery, and now we can just tap Earthquake. Earthquake is obviously going to hurt this thing quite a lot. Before that, I want to just double check its stats. I was wrong. We're actually a mixed wall. So we're going to go for an Earthquake real quick. It should do a lot of damage. There we go. Earthquake comes through. It's not going to KO though because of the Reflect, and that wouldn't have KO'd anyway actually. As they are actually going to go for a Shell Smash this turn, which is terrifying. So, with that in mind, what do we do here? What do we do here? I don't know what to do in this instance because this Magcargo is just set up on me and it could easily sweep us. It could easily sweep us. Now, looking at the damage the first Flamethrower did, I believe we can live at least one. I believe we can live at least one and go for an Earthquake and get the KO. I think we can live a Flamethrower. I'm sure we can live a Flamethrower. If we can't, we're screwed. They go for the Flamethrower. Can we live it? Can we live it? We barely live. Able to go for an Earthquake. Dusknoir coming through, getting the KO on the Magcargo as the Reflectors wearing off. Absolutely perfect play. Perfect. That worked out nicely for us. So Dusknoir unfortunately is on its last legs, but it took out a Shell Smashing Magcargo, which is very, very good. Very good indeed. In comes the Abomasnow. Now, Abomasnow is obviously a big threat to us. Stealth Rocks are going to hurt it, which is amazing. Snow Warning is going to come through. We're probably going to see some Blizzarding. To be honest with you, some Blizzarding action. As much as I want to go into Bastiodon, I'm going to just sack off Dusknoir, I think. I think we'll go for a Will-O-Wisp to weaken its physical attacks. As they go for an Aurora Veil, which is not good at all. We'll go for a Will-O-Wisp real quick and just get some burnage off on this Abomasnow. I think that'll work out nicely for us. Definitely work out nicely. As this next turn, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a Pain Split, just in case we live. Because if they go for an Ice Shard or a Wood Hammer, and we're physically defensive, primarily physically, we are a mixed wall, but we're more physically defensive than special defensive. So, let's go for a Pain Split. I should have probably gone for a Pain Split first, to be honest with you. So, they're going to go for a Giga Drain. That's obviously going to take us out, no problems there. Gets them a little bit more health back as well, which is always nice for my opponent. So, that's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. What can we do in this instance in regards to the Abomasnow? So I'm thinking, I know, steady on. I'm thinking we either go into Roserade and go for a Sludge Bomb, or we go into our Gallade. I think Gallade's the best one, to be honest with you. Let's go Gallade. We'll go Gallade. This is going to bait them to go into their Dusknoir. So I'm going to predict the Dusknoir switch, and I'm going to go right into my Sharpedo. Hopefully this works out nicely for us. And if they go into the Metagross instead, it's still a good matchup. So we'll go into Sharpedo real quick. As they actually go for a Blizzard, they were fully expecting to live that. Wow. They really thought they would live a close combat from a Gallade. There's no way they just predicted that. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Sharpedo is going to do really well this game, but it would have done really well. Crunch on the Dusknoir, crunch on the Metagross, crunch on the Espeon, Ice Beam for the Dragonite. It's just there's a Abomasnow was in the way, and they really just did that. Let's go into our Bastiodon real quick. We'll save Sharpedo for later. Unfortunately, Dragonite's Extreme Speed is going to be able to kill it, but it's fine. Deal with that later. We go for a Giga Drain. That's obviously going to do nothing to us because Bastiodon is a bulky beast of a Pokemon. An absolute bulky beast of a Pokemon. As this next turn, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go for a Stone Edge, I think. I think Stone Edge is the best option for us. Obviously, it's not going to do much damage because of the Aurora Veil plus the burn. But Aurora Veil and the Hail should disappear soon. So we've got that to look forward to. They are going to withdraw the Abomasnow because they can't really touch us. And they're going to go into Dragonite, which is fair enough. We get to break their multi-scale with Stealth Rocks plus Stone Edge combination. As we do connect the Stone Edge, which is going to do minimal damage because of the Aurora Veil and the burn. The Hail is going to stop though, which is perfect. And I believe the Aurora Veil should wear off as well anytime now. Right? Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, they are probably going to go for a... Oh, damn it. Probably going to go for a Dragon Dance. So, with that in mind, let's go for a Taunt just so they can't set up multiple Dragon Dances. Because we need them to not be able to set up multiple Dragon Dances. That way we can bring in Sharpedo or something else to deal with this thing. So, we'll go for a Taunt real quick. Make sure they have to attack us the next turn. Dragonite is terrifying when he gets up a Dragon Dance, of course. So we've got that to look forward to. We've also killed another turn of the Aurora Veil off, which is always nice. We'll go for a Stone Edge again, just on the off chance that they don't attack us. But they are going to go straight for a Fire Punch, which means they don't have Earthquake. We're going to connect another Stone Edge, which is going to do minimal damage. But still, damage is damage at the end of the day. And we don't even know what item this thing is. It's probably Lumberry, to be honest with you. So Fire Punch is what they've got. Interesting. So Fire Punch is fine. We're going to go for another Stone Edge, just on the off chance that the Custap Berry kicks in and we can actually hit the Stone Edge. There we go. Another Stone Edge will do. And that was a critical hit if I've ever seen one. It was a crit. Nice. They go for another Fire Punch. That's going to take it out, of course. Bastiodon goes down, but he did a lot of damage to the Dragonite, and getting the Stealth Rocks up was a really useful thing for it to do. So now I'm thinking about this matchup, and I'm thinking we go Roserade, and if we can take out this... yeah, we go Roserade. If we can take out the Dragonite, we can potentially sweep with Sharpedo. Potentially. Big potential thing. So we'll go for a Sludge Bomb right now. There we go. Go for a Sludge Bomb. We actually still outspeed the Dragonite, which is interesting. Don't know how that works. They had a Dragon Dance up, right? So I'm guessing they were Adamant Dragonite, or maybe they've just got Brave Dragonite for some reason. In comes Dusknoir. So Dusknoir is coming in. We don't really fear Dusknoir. Getting some damage off on Dusknoir is going to be really useful. So with that in mind, I'm going to go straight for a Leaf Storm and get some damage off on this thing. There we go. Leaf Storm comes through. Should do a lot of damage to the Dusknoir. It does do impressive damage. Ridiculous damage. As they go for a Fire Punch, that's going to knock us all the way down to red. Unfortunately. As now they can probably finish us off with a Shadow Sneak. Of course, I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to go ahead and switch straight into my Zapdos. Zapdos can definitely take... And even if they go for a Fire Punch again, which they won't do, they'll definitely go for a Shadow Sneak right now. We may as well keep Roserade around for later because it can, like, you know, we can sack it off or something like that. There's not really much doing against Espeon and the likes of that, but we'll go for a Shadow Sneak to our Zapdos real quick, and we can take that no problems whatsoever, as now we get to go for a free Volt Switch and just KO this Dusknoir if we want to. So Volt Switch coming through. They are going to go for another Shadow Sneak just to get some damage off, which makes sense, as we're able to go for a Volt Switch now and take this thing out. So Dusknoir goes down, which is always nice to see. There we go. Dusknoir goes down, and unfortunately they get a free switch in on whatever they want to against our team. So that is the unfortunate part here. The fortunate part is that we can just go into Gallade, and then we go into Gallade from there, And then they have to bring in Metagross or Espeon, one of the two. One of the two. They bring in a Abomasnow. That is a really interesting play. So Abomasnow is an interesting one because... why are they bringing in a Abomasnow? I don't understand. They could easily go into Metagross and cane us. I mean, they wouldn't, because if they went into Metagross... See, look, close combat, boom, Abomasnow dead. If they went into Metagross, we would have just sacked off Roserade, got a free switch into Sharpedo, and crunched it to death. And then we could probably finish up with Gallade. But now that the Abomasnow's down, we're actually in really good territory for certain Shark to finish up late game. You know what I mean, if you catch my drift. So in comes Espeon. Espeon's a good one. Espeon is unfortunately going to go down to a close combat as well. So Gallade's coming through. The Choice Scarf Gallade is coming through right now for us, as we're able to go for another close combat real quick and take this thing out because we are Choice Scarfed. They don't know that yet, but they do now. Down goes the Espeon. Perfectly done. And now all that's left is the Metagross. Are we going to see a forfeit? I love it when they forfeit. I love it when people forfeit. No, I don't think they'll forfeit, to be honest with you. I don't think they'll forfeit. They're in the game. They're in for the long haul right now. They've only got one Pokemon left. They've got Metagross left. Metagross should be able to live a close combat, no problems, and dish out some impressive damage with a Meteor Mash. Or they could even go for a Bullet Punch, and it'd probably take us out at -2 defenses, to be fair. So we'll go for another close combat real quick, just to see what kind of damage we're talking about here. The battle was cancelled. They forfeit. They knew they couldn't win. That was the game, so that was a pretty fun one. It was a pretty fun one. Choice Scarf Gallade came through for us in the end there, though. Definitely came through for us in the end. So thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.